Hello again, boys and girls. Can you guess what we're going to learn about today in science? We're still talking about weather. What do I have on? All right, a raincoat. Because today we are going to talk about different kinds of precipitation. Remember when we did weather in class, we talked about the word precipitation, and that means any type of water that falls from the sky. So, since we've learned temperature, how the air feels, we were able to understand how wind is formed with hot air rising and cool air dropping down. And with learning temperature and wind, we were able to understand how clouds form and how they move. So let's review our cloud types. The four main cloud types are cumulus, our nice weather clouds, right? The stratus clouds, the type of clouds we had yesterday, a thick blanket of darker clouds across the sky that bring rain, and we had rain, right? The cirrus clouds and the cumulonimbus clouds, those big, thick-looking, stack-piled up dark clouds that often bring thunderstorms. Okay, so since we understand clouds now, we're going to talk about what they carry, and they carry water. So we're going to talk about the different types of precipitation. Okay, the temperature affects the type of precipitation that comes from the clouds. Okay, if the temperature is not really, really cold, what do you think will come down? Right, liquid rain. And sometimes drizzle. That's a soft rain. Okay, if the temperatures are cold, we know that snow will come down. Sometimes sleet comes down when the temperature is cold, and sleet is like freezing rain. Okay, and then also hail can come down. Those are like balls of ice. So we would rain and drizzle. The temperature is usually mild or warm or hot, and then snow, sleet, and hail are often cool, cold temperatures. Okay, so let's hear a little story here about some snow and rain. Did you do your book? Did you remember to make some gray and those cumulus clouds and the stratus clouds? Let's talk about snow first. Snow. The winter world is cold. The trees are bare, the grass is brown. Gray clouds crawl across the sky. Clouds are crystals of ice, and each bit of ice clings to a piece of dust. Remember how I showed you the other day how a cloud forms? Well, in the wintertime, they form as well by clinging on a piece of dust. The specks of ice and dust cling to one another. They grow so big that they drop from a cloud. And what do you think they drop? Snow. When the air is very cold, the snowflakes stay small and bright. When the air is not cold, the flakes grow soft and larger and larger. So see how the temperature affects the precipitation? They grow big enough to catch on your mitten or on your tongue. Each snowflake has 6 sides. They come twirling to the earth in a billion different shapes. Every single snowflake is different, just like all of us. Not one is the same. Snow dresses the trees and covers the grass. Snow keeps the flowers warm through the long winter. Well, I can't imagine snow keeping anything warm, but they blanket it. When spring comes, snow melts into puddles and into rivers. Into lakes and gives the earth a fresh, cool drink. But while winter is here, snow makes the cold world beautiful. Okay, Now let's talk about some rain. The day is hot. Again, a temperature word. The sun shines bright, the flowers wilt, and the grass goes limp. So the flowers wilt when they're thirsty. They drop, they droop. Even the birds are still, and then a gray cloud covers the sun. Could be a stratus cloud, could be a cumulonimbus cloud. The cloud is made of tinier water droplets, and the drops grow larger and larger. They bump into one another. They grow so heavy, they fall. And it rains. The flowers drink and the grass drink. The birds drink. The world is fresh and clean. The sun comes out hot and bright. It shines and shines. Until, where did the puddles go? They got dried up by the rain. Into the sky, into the cloud up there. And then the tiny drops of water gather in the clouds again until they grow heavier. Rain falls once more. Okay, so boys and girls, now you know what types of clouds rain comes from and other precipitations and how temperature affects the type of precipitation that comes down. And did you ever notice sometimes it could be raining on one side of the street and not on the other? Why do you think that is? Right, because the clouds move. There could be a rain cloud over there, but not one over here. It's fascinating, isn't it? Okay, so today you're going to color the umbrella. It says presenting precipitation. And then you're going to cut out all the different types of precipitation and glue them below and around the umbrella so that you know the different kinds of precipitation. Okay, you'll also do this page. You're going to cut out the pictures on the bottom. Clouds can tell about the weather. So you're going to look carefully at the details in the picture, put the proper cloud, the wind, and the activity. And in your journal, you will write and illustrate, make sure you color with your crayons to bring your picture to life, what you like to do on a rainy day. And here is a cool project that maybe you can do with your parents on the weekend. Make your own rain gauge. A rain gauge, I bought this one at Home Depot. It can measure, and it can stick into the ground, how much rain is accumulated. See, there's like a ruler back here. But your project is something you can make at home with things you have at home, okay? So this is a rain gauge, and meteorologists use this tool too to measure and see how much rain falls throughout the week, and then they compare them and they say which month was the rainiest. So rain and all of these other types of precipitation are pretty cool to learn about. Tomorrow we're going to learn about what happens after it rains and then how it rains again or snows. So we're going to do that tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, I hope you're being great meteorologists and keeping up on your weather charts. I have mine from last week here, and I have this week. We'll see what type of weather tomorrow brings. I'll see you then.